Hello, hello, hello. This is Carla Michelle, and I am so glad once again that you have joined me on the Strong Woman's Network podcast. It's where we talk about being strategic, talented, resilient, optimistic, necessary, and global. Yep, the acronym for strong. And I want to talk about a few things, but before I get started, make sure you subscribe to this podcast, and a 5-star rating is always appreciated. It helps a lot. And any comment that you have, I'd appreciate that. So, back to the topic today, I want to discuss, and I've shared this somewhat on my Facebook group. There is the Strong Women's Network Facebook group, and it's a private Facebook group. As well, I've shared these points, but I've shared 7 points with my clients, with my paying clients. I've given them the full aspect of some questions to help them prep for 21. And it's usually 90 days out that I meet with my clients, and I want them to think of where they are going and what they want to achieve. And just, I know many have already started, and we've talked about it during our sessions if they've worked with me prior to the 90 days, that these are the things we're going to focus on, things that they shared with me. What I do is take these questions to help spark more conversation and to dig a little deeper into the possibilities, into things that have maybe been dormant in their life, things that need to be sparked. So I am going to share 3 questions of the 7, 6 or 7, but I'm only going to share 3 here today, and just to give you, the listener, something to spark you for 21, and to help you help you navigate through your thought process and your end game of what you would like to do, what you would accomplish. And not just goals, not just something to add to your vision board, but to think deeper and to cause growth. We're all about personal growth, and that is what these questions will do for you. All right, so let's get started. So, the first question that I would like for you to ask yourself, and pause, please have a pen and paper out. And if you're driving, I understand, go back and listen to it again, or if you're working and you just want this to play in your ear. But take some time to go back and listen if you're not able to take notes now, to write these questions down and get somewhere quiet where you can have uninterrupted time, and you can do some deep diving in your mind and your heart about where these questions take you and the next steps. So the first question is really simple. Where is your heart? Yes, where's your heart? How many times have we been moved by what's just in our head and what we are supposed to do or what's required of us? If we work for somebody, even if we work for ourselves, sometimes we do more what is required of us than what is in our heart to do. And when you take the time to answer the question, where is my heart? That explores something deeper than a task, something deeper than, check off a to-do list. It's where is your heart is an in-depth way of discovering where your heart is when it comes to personal things, like your life in general, any relationship. You can, in general, it could be all-inclusive, or it can be individual, with your spouse or partner, with your children, with your coworker, with your employees. Where's your heart? Where's your heart? Where's your heart when it comes to the vision of your business? Where it comes to the vision of you as an employee working for someone? The company can have a vision. The company can have milestones, But where's your heart when it comes to that? So these are the questions that you can ask yourself. That is one question. Where is my heart? Where's my heart in 21? What's crying out to me? What's calling me? What's saying something to me? What's wanting to pull me wider, deeper, higher? Where's your heart? So ask yourself, where's my heart? And if it takes you a while and you don't know, and it takes you a little bit to even tune in to really listening to your heart and not your head, and not what someone else has told you, and not what something you've learned, not something you've read, not the next book that's prepping you for 21, but what is in your heart? What just brings peace to you, and knowing this is something that I want to implement in my life. This is something that I want to do. This is an action that I want to take. This is something that I want to redo, relive, revamp. Where is your heart? All right. The second question is, what do you want to place in the spotlight in 21? What do you want to place in the spotlight? And this ties in with where is your heart? That could help you understand, where do you want to shine the light? And I shared this. You can shine the light to expose something, and then you can also shine the light to highlight something. And the reason why I see that, okay, excuse the horn, but because I'm looking out the window while I'm recording this, why I see it as two separate. Exposure is something that that needs to be unearthed, or so that you are able to, if it's not working for you, if it's not serving you, you're bringing it into the spotlight to bring a remedy, to bring a solution to not having this run your life, run your decisions, run your relationship, run your business, run your work life. Whatever is happening, you can use the spotlight to show you some things that you've been intentionally hiding and not wanting to deal with. People have shared with you a couple of things about them, their thought about you, and gave you some critical feedback. And, they critiqued you in a way that you're welcome to. I know in the personal development that I've done, one of the exercises in a room of people, and I guess it's probably I'm going to guess at least 25 people, and you had spent some days and some hours, long hours and some days. It was a weekend event, and the exercise was to have a piece, an index card on your taped to your back, and you, I can't believe, I don't remember if you were blindfolded or what, and maybe you were, but people were able to write honest, truthful stuff about you, and it had to be the negative stuff about you. It wasn't like you're great, you're an achiever. It was the negative that you displayed, and So you take a look at that card and you see the things that are said about you behind your back, and you bring them into the light. It makes you understand, because especially when you see. It's not just mentioned one time, it's a couple of times, or it's said in another fashion, unapproachable, know-it-all. The things that could come, you're like, wow, I just thought it was being brilliant. But no, you come off as a know-it-all, or too uppity, or too good, and oh, you must have it really big. And but if that's not what you want to display, that's something that you can shine your light on. Oh, you're too shy and you miss opportunities. That's something you can shine your light on. Spotlight can bring into your vision of what needs to be fixed, that's no longer serving you. And then that question, what do you want to place in the spotlight, can also expose the good that you've been hiding, the idea, the hunch. If you follow me on Instagram at Miss Carla Michelle, MSCarlamIchelle, there is a motivational minute that I do on Mondays, and I talk about following that hunch. And if there's a hunch that you are overlooking, it's time to put that in a spotlight and make it happen. It's time to, and I want to say something about hunches a little bit. It's a lot of the things that we're experiencing in our lives that we enjoy having in our lives is because of someone's hunch. It's someone who had a thought, a hunch about something, and they followed through, and they did it. There is nothing in your home, in your office, in your car, the car you're driving, the clothes you're wearing, that all started with someone's hunch of what they thought would work, and they followed through, right? The fragrances you wear, the lipstick you wear, the hair, the product you use, the clothes you wear, the car you drive, the TV you watch, the phone you use, the earplugs you use, the microphones, everything was somebody's, at one time, somebody's hunch. The restaurants, the meals, the way to use ingredients, that is all someone's hunch. So what do you want to put the spotlight in 21? What is it that you've been hiding that could work for your good? What are you ashamed to put out? Is it your book? Is it starting a podcast? Is it starting your business? Is it, even if it's a side hustle, a side gig, however you want to do it or title it, what is it that you need to place the spotlight on? Because that is key to your success. So what decisions have to be made? Wait, that's not it. What do you want to place in the spotlight? What do you want to place in the spotlight? I'm going to give you one more. I believe it's this. This is the last one. If you can change anything and everything around you, where do you want to start? So basically, you can change anything and everything around you. So if that is truth for you, if that is fact, if that is something that you know that you have the capability to change anything and everything around you, and I'll give you a little background in that. That's not just an affirmation. That is truth, that you can change your life by making changes in your life. Right? So it's not something that we pull out of the sky in this. It's something of a realization of knowing that if you change the way you think, if you change the way you speak, if you change the way you walk, if you change the way you think, did I say that already? You have the power to change your life. You have people who have been down and out, and they've changed their thinking, and they've prospered. Whatever prospering is for them, they've have experience. We've seen prospering in the millions, in the sense of millions of dollars. We've seen people who have had rough lives, come into and hold great seats at the table, and who do great things and change, are part of changing the world as it's seen, because they believe that they could. So ask yourself this, or say this: I can change everything around me. Where do I want to start? Ask yourself, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? I can change, because I can change everything around me. All I got to do is pick a place to start bringing the change that I want. I think about my life, and from where it is now to where it was 20 years ago. Totally different life. Oh my gosh. Totally different. However, it was my mindset that changed my life. It was my aspiration to have more. It was the dreams that I had, literal dreams in my sleep, and seeing these things happen. But if I wanted change, I had to change. So think about what you're ready to change. What are you ready to see happen in your life that is different? And you have the power to start today. Or you want to wait till January. But I'm going to tell you a secret about these questions. If you work on them now, if you go back and you ask yourself, where is my heart? And then you go on to say, what do I want to put in the spotlight in 21? There is no limitation of what you want to put in the spotlight. I'm not telling you to pick one thing or 20 things, but I think when you answer, I know when you answer that first question, where is your heart? What you put in the spotlight will line up with what's in your heart, right? So that ties it together. And then when you have what do you want to put on the spotlight, you will also have to say to yourself, because I can change anything and everything around me, I'm going to start here to bring to pass that thing that I want to bring in the spotlight, because that is the thing that is in my heart. You see how it works together? So you're going to focus on bringing about change through discovering what you wanted in the spotlight, because you discovered and you talked about, or you wrote about, or you dug deep into finding out what's really in your heart. And these 3 questions of the 7 that I've given my clients is really a powerful 3, because it could help you propel to the next level. It could help you. One of the sayings I said, I had I did something called Woman of Substance, and it was a nonprofit, and I did events and things like that with that, and gave out a Woman of Substance award. And one of the tagline for that, and I still use it in some of my stuff, if you look on my website at Dr. Carla Inc., that cultivating, strengthening, and propelling. Cultivating heart, strengthening spirits, and propelling people into purpose. These 3 questions will cultivate you, strengthen you, and propel you. So it all works together. It all works together. So let's see. And I keep saying so. We should stop that. These questions, where's my heart? What do I want to place in the spotlight in 21? And I can change everything around me. Where do I want to start? Is it your body? Do you want to change your body? Not in a sense because you know that you would feel better if you change your body. You change your eating, changing with exercise. You know you will sleep better if you change your body, if you change what you're eating, if you change how you move your body around. You know that you can bring the change that you want if you start applying yourself at work, showing up like you want to be there. And if you don't want to be there, you're going to start bringing change about, because you're going to make a plan to transition out. Not an exit plan, and you can have it that. I like to call it transitioning out, because it all connects. But I will tell you this, if you're transitioning out of a job because of personalities, you really want to check yourself and make sure, because wherever you go, that's where you are. So you got to make sure you're not taking you and whatever's causing personality clashes to go with you to the next job, to the next career, or to the next office, or to the next client. You've got to make sure you do your work. And I will suggest, having those very open and honest conversations with those who will be open and honest with you, with not intentions of hurting your feelings. If you want to know, what do I need to work on? What would you write behind my back? How would you critique me? And I want you to be honest. Ask them that and see if there's something in that you need to put in the spotlight, and then there's something in there that you need to change for 21. 20 has, it's not over yet. 20 is definitely been a growing experience. It has been something that has tested our ability to be by ourselves for some, to be with others in a closed environment, to be with a whole entire family, including kids that have to be schooled from home. It's negotiating and navigating through money issues or money blessings, and what to do with it. It is so what to do because you don't have it. It is something that 2020 has given us to really see more of us, to see more of who we are in our stand for what we believe in, and what kind of people we believe in, what's in our hearts towards people. It has tested so much of us of how important money is, or how much we've learned how we can make it on less and be more blessed. Wherever you are, 2020 has given the opportunity for growth. Some of us have found out we don't even like ourselves. But this is the time to do that work and not take into 21 what you don't want to take in. There is this thing I do. I have to share. I don't like taking things in that don't work for me or don't serve me into the next year. And that has been relationships, dating someone, and if it's just not working, I gotta call it. I gotta stop playing and not take it into the next year. I've had conversation on December 31st sometimes, just to follow what my heart is saying. I've had it to where it's time to make a decision when I transitioned to working for myself. That was something that I had to stop in one year and not take it into the next one. And with that, it was more of a mental stop, a more of an emotional disconnect for working with someone. And then I believe January, February is when it hit me so hard, and I went ahead. And then by June, I had made a transition out. So it doesn't always mean when you don't take in what no longer serves you into the next year that it is physically done, but you can do the emotional connection done, the mental connection done, the financial connection be complete, and make space for where you want to go and what you want to achieve. And in that, let's see, do I have any other thing? I believe that's it. So one, I'm going to go over, where is your heart? Where is my heart? You're asking, where is my heart? What do I want to place in the spotlight? What do I want to place in the spotlight in 21? And I can change everything around me. Where do I want to start? Where do you want to start? I can't wait to hear what you get out of this podcast. There is a way, my email and Instagram, you can DM me, you can email me. Look into the show at the episode notes. That's all in there. You can also go on the website. There is a way to reach out to me as well if you are looking for a coach. I do love to work with people. I love to work with those who are serious about bringing change in their lives and are ready to break through any barriers, emotionally, more mental. The mental thing, the thought process is really what holds us back a lot of times, majority of the time. Because when you're ready to change, you change. When that mind lines up, then everything else lines up. It's just waiting. It's waiting for you. It's waiting for you to understand you and the power that you carry. So I do have coaching opportunities available. So reach out to me. You can do that at drcarlainc@gmail.com, or or you can go to drcarlainc.com, and there is a way to have a free discovery session. So you just go on there and you're able to do that, and it'll set it up. And actually, we'll do a phone call, and we talk about some things just to see where you are, to see if how we move forward with coaching. But I want you to know, you have this. You have 3 questions to ask yourself to help you cultivate your heart and to get you where your spirit is stronger and it propels you into the future that you want in 2021. All right, this is Carla Michelle, and I thank you for your time and your listening ear. And I just speak life into you, and that you will have everything you need, and that you will experience so much more than you ever thought or imagined, and that you will go places you never thought you would go, and that you will touch lives more than you ever thought you would touch lives, because you're amazing, you're strategic, you're talented, you're resilient, you're optimistic, you're so necessary. And with all that, why not go global? All right, this is Carla Michelle signing off, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.